Hello everybody, this is BlackSerpent's 22. Thank you with this new Seahawks shirt from the last game. Shoutouts to hate Seahawks beating Green Bay. It was a good game. And also hat, new haircut, and some headphones. But that's not what I'm here to show off this video here. One thing I want to talk to you about is the game I bought last month called Guilty Gear XR. I like the game. The game is actually really fun, really enjoyable. I'm glad SK got back to his roots of playing and making this game. I really love it really much. And something that got me an idea about this blog I read from Mike Z about how he feels about the game and why he's not playing it. But overall, one thing he made a quote about was that play what you love, play what you like, and that's the thing I want to get off my chest about his opinion on it. His opinion, I totally agree upon what he says about the game, but that's not gonna stop me from playing Guilty Gear XR. But I want to give out my likes about the game. It introduced like 17 characters, a new stage, some online mode, and the return of MOM and other challenges that I really enjoy so far. But the only thing that I'm not enjoying was the online. Oh, the online experience is so ass. It's ass. But one thing I want to talk about is my likes and dislikes for Guilty Gear XR. So far, let's talk about my likes. My likes this far. My likes about the 3D arts and 2D arts. I actually really love how it takes from the 2D to the 3D engine. Makes the Unreal Engine, make it designed for like 3D characters and play into the 2D design. It turned out pretty successful. I like it. It's beautiful. Love the backgrounds, the characters, and how it's played out. Especially the characters who got like a big upgrade. Like usually when it comes to Guilty Gear the sprites, they're really outdated. They're like early 2000s style outdated. So I feel like it needs like a good change. Like I like how like Soul's added up design, even though he has the same like design than from his Guilty Gear X2, even though it's not sharing the same overture design. But I still dig the old design. It's pretty cool. But also there's some characters that I feel like they should take out, like Kai's little ponytail thing. I think it was not really needed. But there's some other characters who have new design, like Mila's. Mila has like looked like a flight attendant because of the whole code numbers in her hat and stuff. But overall, I still enjoy that too. And there's some other characters who have big upgrades too. And the new cast, I think I like all three of them, especially the new character Bedman. Even though I found his character is pretty strange. So overall, art design was pretty beautiful. So, and the old gameplay engine they returned, and it's another one I like about it, because they introduced the game more to the other characters instead of just making like a kind of a step forward. They just go backwards on the gameplay and introduce the people who are not new to the Guilty Gear series, because back then like no one knows what Guilty Gear is, no one knows what it's like. So no one had arcades in Guilty Gear, so nobody know what it is. So they're lucky to play it right now to see what it's like. Like, for the old gameplay, it's kind of like, well, how should I say it? Just Street Fighter with air dashes, with a burst, and make use of your meter, such as alpha countering, and of course supers, also rapid canceling too. I mean, they just did some old stuff instead of just taking a step forward. So it makes it bring a lot of people into the game. So it was a really good call from Daisuke. So, and I enjoyed it too. And also another thing I like, the button configurations. Like back then, X and Core never had that on the versus menus. So instead of having that, they have that like in the menus now. Like as soon as you pick your character, you can pick like either color or button configuration, so you can configure your buttons. So like, for instance, like if you're a pad player, you have to configure it. And if you have a stick like this one, like this. And here's a display of the buttons from Guilty Gear XR. There's a punch, kick, slash, high slash, and a dust. And also a taunt too. It's kind of weird, dysfunctional display, but I just got used to it. I mean, I got used to every standard display of their buttons. And overall, I think it was a good move by Daisuke, so I enjoyed that too. And also removing another one I like, removing FRC. So if you know what FRC is like a false Roman cancel, because there's like there's Roman cancel there, like you hit a move on hit stun, lock stun, you can cancel 3 buttons, at least half your meter. For FRCs, however, like if you throw like a special move or a specific move and you cancel it, it's like the probably from the earliest frame window and stuff. You get a blue aura. You get a blue aura around you. That costs like 25% of your meter. 25% per meter. It can't be like special moves. It could be throws, normals, or certain normals and stuff. But overall, it kind of gets to annoying for the player because you're trying to cancel other moves, and it's kind of irritating to get that out. If you want to throw like Oki game, mix subs, or increasing your combos and stuff. So it was something that's kind of annoys football players about that shit. So, but I'm glad FRC is removed instead and replaced with YRC, RC, and PRC now. So for YRC, it's like more like option select heavy because once you throw out a YRC, everything kind of slows down for the positive player because it gives them like enough time for an option select. So it was pretty interesting. So I'm glad they had added to the game. And for my dislikes right so far, here's my dislikes. Motions in this game is not easy. It's not easy because most of their special moves are like half circle back forward, and the only thing I want to use for half circle back forward is when I use the super. It's not special moves because it's kind of like obscure. Like you ever heard like a freaking grapple character use a half circle back forward for a grapple? Because last time I checked, 180 motions are the thing for grapplers, not half circle forward. It's really odd. And there's some certain characters they need to use it, so it's not really easy to perform, especially for if you're a kind of a novice player or a beginner and stuff. And half circle forwards are just kind of ridiculous. So I expect the player to have a hard time with it, but once they get like used to it, it's kind of like short memory to me. I think I don't know what to say, but anyway, moving on. Removing negative edges. Negative edges is kind of a thing for the fighting game series. You know what negative edges is like? Because every time you hold a button and you do like a motion, and you can upon release of the button, that's negative edge. That's where like release one of your specials and stuff, or supers or whatever, and it kind of helps the execution. It'll keep execution in check. So what you do with your combos and stuff, and I really hate the idea of removing that out, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Because I need it for my execution to get my combos in check, So, and it kind of helps out the meta game too. So I'm kind of not pleased about the negative edge. And also, one thing that really got me annoyed about this for Guilty Gear is jump install. If you know what jump install is like a freaking it's a glitch in the Guilty Gear X2 series. Like every time you like cancel. Jump cancel to a normal, and it cancels to another normal, and you get like a high jump or double jump. That's basically what jump install is. It's like high jump or a double jump. The point is just adding more combos and adding more damage to your thing. And I feel like it's not really needed for that glitch. I feel like they should have like a high jump and a double jump, just like how they did in BlazeBlue, because it's not really required to do it. So it was not really required to do it, and I just didn't like it. I want it in there. I didn't want jump install in there. I just want like high jump so I can add more damage to it. But I felt like they tried to stay true to the franchise, but I feel like jump install should be taken out and just replaced with high jump. So I jump with double jump. So, and another thing, the Not Lactex 4, I feel like I kind of hate it the most is Unlockables. Unlockables are like what Mike C said. Unlockables are a bad design. I don't care. They're a horrible design. It leaves unfair to the player, especially with characters who are dizzy and get a hard reset. Unblockables are just the worst. And it leaves the player unfair and easily dislike it. Where people will notice it, Zeto was the one character with the unblockables, and also the new character Alpha, who has like a shotgun grenade unblockable. Well, yeah. If people are like telling Mike C that it's part of the character, it's part of who they are, I say it's not freaking true. I mean, I'm downright disagree with what the other people say. I mean, people who have unblockables are just feel like it's really unfair. It feel unfair for the player. I feel like people should realize about the characters as the real secret power, like the real hidden technique they have. Like for Zeto, he has all the options he needs to be good, other than he has no reversal. But with Eddie and his normals, he's really good. He has really good setups with With Eddie, he does a lot of stuff. He covers a lot of ground too. So with Eddie around Zeto, it makes him hit him the S tier. So that gives him to be like a high tier character. So the people without Unlockables like that, man, he's still a good character. And plus with LFL as well, LFL has a really good double buttons, like good normals, a lot of damage. If you throw like a KSS high slash with a shotgun thing, I mean, he will still remain good. Or Bride Express or something, she gets a really good damage off of it. So, and my main character is Soul, and I use this character because he's really good in that game. If I didn't use Soul, I would have used another rushdown character like Chip or something. Even though he'd be hard to play him, and he had to use his low defense shenanigans. But overall, I feel like it's unlockables are not needed, especially Alpha. Alpha is already good enough to not have an unblockable. So all in all, it's a bad design. The next one I have a dislike is those throws. Throw techs, not having enough throw tech is kind of a bad thing in my opinion, because you need to have like the option if they know they're gonna throw at you, if they know they're gonna to throw you. But the thing about throws in that game, they are zero frames of startup. They're the best. They're amazing. They have no frames at all, just zero. Just like how in Street Fighter 2, because Street Fighter 2 and Guilty Gear are godlike throws. I don't care, no one says. They are the best. Easy to throw at. Like if a person with a jump, you can just counter against a throw and it beats it every time. They can't like do nothing about it, like, or empty jump with normal or to a DP and stuff. TP as it gets to the ground. Yeah, none of that shit. You just throw. They're really too good. But with no text in that game, man, you just can't get out there, man. It just hurts the bad guy, I think. And another thing that's new to the game is Hellfire and Danger Time. Hellfire is another combat mechanic potential. Like if your HP releases to like blinking red, like really low, you can use your overdrive to get boosting the number of damage with overdrive, which is kind of really damaging, and it's not really needed in my opinion, because I feel like there's other ways to get a combat potential. Because if you look at the character's design and how they play out, if they know that from there, they don't really need Hellfire. Hellfire is just another gimmick. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get a combat potential from it. And Danger Time, here's the biggest kicker that's not featured in Guilty Gear franchise. I think Danger Time is the most gimmicky feature in that game. I mean, everything is just random. If you know what Danger Time is, it's like when your two-player clashes normals, you have a 3 countdown, and all the background flashes red, and everyone gets like mortal damage or heavy hits on damage. And it gets ridiculous. And you have like a time limit where until it disappears again. It's the most gimmicky thing I ever seen, and I truly hate it, and I feel like it shouldn't be in the game. But if they want to get used to this nature potential, there should be like requirements to get that time. I don't know what Daisuke was kind of thinking about that, but I feel like it should be removed. So, but overall, I still like the game and how it is. It's still just got out, but as soon as the game updates more and more, moving more characters, more fixing on Danger Time, more fixing on, we might get a throw tech or remove unblockables, or maybe if that's gonna be smart enough, I feel like he should add like a high jump double jump and get rid of jump install glitch, because it feels like shouldn't be in the game. Overall, that's all I have to say, and here's my stick. Gotta play some more Anime Fires. Later. Oh, I don't smash it. Later.